Here in the Caribbean, we celebrate our rich and diverse heritage every day in every pot. The story of our shared experiences is told in every bite of our favorite dishes. Join us as we explore Caribbean cuisine, where every dish is simply local. Hello everyone, welcome back. So I know for the past few episodes, we've been eating a lot of rich foods. We've been chowing down on fried chicken, aloo pies, coconut fudge, and those things are so delicious. I love them. But I feel like it's time to lighten it up. We've been getting a lot of requests for some more healthy options. And today I have a very special friend here who can help us. So why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Megan Martin, the owner of Hello Nutrients, which is a bespoke health meal delivery service. I have my degree in Nutritional Science as well as food service management, and I'm a certified health coach from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition.
Which means that today we're in good hands. We're gonna learn some healthy recipes to kind of lighten it up a bit. And it's the vacation that's coming up. You might want to go away. You kind of have to, watch those calories. So
summer bod.
Exactly. So before we change our mind, let's just get started. So today our video is sponsored by Cuisine products, which are available at Massy stores nationwide. We'll be using the Cuisine Large Shrimp, and Megan is going to show us a couple of sides and healthy swaps to beef up this dish and make it super filling and really delicious.
Yeah.
So we're going to jump into our Tandoori Shrimp skewers, which aren't too unhealthy, right, Megan?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, we're gonna grill them. I really tried hard, guys, to make sure that I'm not going overboard, because I like, my, spices. I like a little oil. I like my fats, so I'm really trying to lighten it up. So it's Megan approved, so we should be good. So here I have my Cuisine Large Shrimp, and I've removed the shells and deveined the front and back of the shrimp, so they're ready to go. And to this, I'm going to add my spices. So here I have some garam masala. We will actually link you to our homemade garam masala recipe if you'd like to make it yourself. If not, you could just get it from the grocery or from Massy stores. I'm adding a bit of turmeric powder, a bit of chili powder, and some paprika, so we get that nice red color that we know for the tandoori. And just so you know, this is not tandoori. We're not using a tandoori oven. We're doing tandoori style, if you want to say that.
Yeah, your version.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's tandoori inspired shrimp skewers. So here I'm adding some minced garlic, a bit of minced ginger. I have a little bit of shadow beni because we have to put our local spin on everything. And some fresh lime juice, just a little bit. And then here I have some Greek yogurt, and I've actually strained some of the liquid out of the Greek yogurt. There's some still coming up, but I'm trying just to keep it with the actual more solid part of the yogurt. So I'm just gonna add a bit in. And Megan, do you want to mix it?
Yes.
Yeah? You can go ahead and. So Megan, what are some, I always think about like the Trini diet. Like some people think, Trinis eat so healthy, but then a lot of people beg to differ.
Yeah.
Because we do a lot of veggies in our cuisine, but what are some like Trini, like guilty pleasures or vices that you think that need to kind of get curbed a bit?
I think that we have a really affordable street food or fast food.
Yeah.
So I think that a habit that we have is that we tend to always buy food out. We could end up buying food out from breakfast to dinner. You have something fried for breakfast, something fried for lunch, and then you have like a really carby and meaty dinner. So I think that that's something that we should try to look at a little bit more. Maybe replace it with a little bit of mindfulness, just a little bit of pre-planning, thinking a little bit more about what we want to eat and what we feel to eat. Just trying to build that intuition with yourself.
Right. So having an aloo pie and then having,
fried
gyro
chicken
and then having chicken and chips isn't very healthy.
No, definitely
What
not.
a shock. I actually thought it was.
I don't see any greens in any of those meals.
Yeah, that's something that I need to work on for sure, is trying to like build my veggies into my meals.
Yeah.
Like I told you all before, I do actually eat healthy. I really, really try But you know how it is in Trinidad. Sometimes it's just super easy and quick to just grab this right
it's
in front
really,
of you.
really too easy.
So your recommendation is to plan ahead, right?
I would say so. I think that also something else you need to think about is don't wait until you're starving or ravenous before you need to get something to eat.
Guilty.
That always leads, like, I feel as though any emotion to its extent causes irrational decisions. So try to eat before you reach scale 10 hunger.
Got it. That's a really good tip. So now we're just going to cover it with some pasta wrap and we're going to let this marinate in the fridge for at least half an hour. If you can do 2 hours, go ahead, or even overnight. That'll be perfect.
Yeah.
So our shrimp is in the fridge marinating and it's time to move on to getting some sides going. So Megan, what do you suggest we do?
I was thinking we should do a little cauliflower fried rice.
Ooh.
Yeah, it sounds good, right?
Cauliflower fried rice. Interesting. So how are we gonna do this?
All right, so it's really easy. So you have no excuses. You don't have to boil any water and wait for rice to cook. Nothing like that.
Rice is actually always a mysteriously tricky thing to make. So if this is easier, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna dunk it all in. You want to wash cauliflower really good because they have those little crevices and little worms like to live there. Just wash it pretty good first. And you're just going to pulse it. You don't want to keep it on high or anything for too long because it'll turn into cauliflower mashed potatoes.
Right.
Well, not potatoes.
Like cauliflower paste.
Yeah, cauliflower paste.
Yeah.
So just gonna
Pulse it.
All right. So that's pretty much done.
Nice.
I like it a little chunky. How you feel?
No, that looks great.
Yeah.
Oh. I actually really do like cauliflower a lot, so this is quite easy. It's very neutral flavor.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's gonna take on whatever we put in it, right?
You play with it a lot.
Yeah, and then again, this is like all vegetables.
It is all vegetables.
We'll
trick your taste buds.
That's awesome. So I mean, as personally, I always hear like about have to stay away from carbs. Like, what's your view on carbs and in that sense?
I think that our bodies were built to metabolize carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Your body's number one source of energy and fuel is carbohydrates. So I don't think that it should be left out completely at all. I think if you're thinking about like weight loss or health reasons like diabetic and those type of things, you might want to reduce the amount of carbs you have in your meals. I don't think it's necessary to eliminate an entire food group out of your diet.
Okay.
It's not healthy.
So all in that sense, just control and moderation.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Control. And also you want to be a little bit more mindful of the type of carbs that you have. You know, I think it's really easy for us to have simple carbs, which are those white carbs like white rice, white pasta, white breads. But it's important that you make an easy swap and replace it with the brown version of it. So brown rice, whole wheat pasta, a whole wheat loaf made from like a neighborhood bakery. Those type of things. Make carbs good.
Nice. So carbs aren't the enemy. It's just the type and being mindful of it, right?
For sure.
Cool. So our cauliflower rice is all blitzed up. So now we're gonna make the fried rice, right, Megan?
For sure.
Cool. So you can walk us through.
Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a dry hot pan and just add some onions, diced up onions. That sizzle sounds good. Always. A little bit of garlic, and we're gonna toss that around a little bit before we add in the olive oil, because you don't really want to heat olive oil too much. It burns quickly and it loses some of its nutrients as well with heat.
Got it. You're taking notes because I am.
So we just let that get a little hot. Then we'll throw this in. So I would say about 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
We'll have the full recipe linked from eatahfoodtv.com.
Just try and coat the whole bottom of the pan so that all of the cauliflower rice gets crispy.
Best smell in the world.
It is. So I'm gonna think I might do half of this at a time, or should we do all?
Up to you. We can do all.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice big pan. So yeah, we're putting all the cauliflower in.
Do all, yeah.
I hear a lot about these diets. I'm sure you guys do as well. Ketogenic diet, the paleo diet. eating gluten-free. Is this anything today? Like, what do we make? Is this like ketogenic or?
Okay, so today's meal will be ketogenic.
So for you keto folk out there,
yeah, if you're following that diet. But what I would say is that a meal like this is something that I might have for dinner instead of eating too many carbs at night.
Right.
Or if you know that you had a heavy lunch or a heavy breakfast, you want to lighten it up a little bit with more veggies.
Right.
So I'll do that.
But what's your take on all these mysterious diets that we hear about? Like, are they actually effective? Like, I mean, all these defined diets, we always hear new ones coming up. So what do you think about them?
So I would call those fad diets. And I tell all my clients that I don't believe in diets. They are effective because they're all surrounded around a calorie deficit. So regardless, scientifically, if you eat less calories, you're just naturally going to lose some weight. So they tend to leave out entire food groups or encourage you to restrict certain foods that you like or you enjoy on a regular basis. And I think that that's just not something that you can do long term.
Right.
You put in a little salt. You hear a lot of people, they do those diets, they get really great results, but then 2 months later, they're eating what they used to eat before the diet and they put back on all the weight or more. Yeah. Which would suck,
right. That's happened to me. Fun fact, I was vegan for about 4 months. I lost so much weight, I'm not even joking, to the point where my mom was kind of scared. So I actually came off that diet, and before I knew it, it's something that I couldn't really see. You see me eating chicken and all that kind of delicious stuff. But I regained the weight, and it didn't really last. Because for me it was unsustainable and I felt like I was depriving myself too much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think as human beings, naturally, you want what you can't have.
Yeah.
So if you tell yourself you can't have carbs or you can't have chocolate or all those things, it's just in your head more than if you were to tell yourself, well, yeah, I could have it when I feel.
Right. So we talked a lot about what not to eat, and a lot of good food swaps as we were making this beautiful cauliflower rice now. But Megan, what are your guilty pleasures, would you say? Okay. We all have it, right?
We do. But first, I would like to say that I don't like that word guilty.
Oh. Also happens.
Yeah, but I just think that, when you use that term, it creates a negative emotion towards something that is pleasurable and something that you enjoy. And I don't like to think about food like that at all.
Yeah.
I think food is definitely for enjoyment. But chocolate.
Oh, okay.
I can't resist.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's your guilty pleasure. That's cool.
It's completely my guilty pleasure. But I don't feel bad about it when I have chocolate. I do my best to eat nutritiously most of the time. And so when I have a meal or a snack that I really enjoy, if it's like 1 square or 7 squares of chocolate, I'm not going to beat myself up and whisper to myself the next day, well, hey, you had chocolate last night, no carbs today.
Right.
You have to learn balance. And I think when you have all foods on the same level, it creates more discipline. It's not like something that you can't have or you have to sneak away and have or anything like that.
So eating chips in my bed is not a good thing.
Not the whole bag.
Okay, so we have some parsley here chopped up, so just add it all in, or put a handful?
Yeah, put a handful.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind all.
Oh, wow, it looks healthy already. It looks so bright and beautiful. It kind of looks like couscous.
Oh yeah, it does.
It smells really, really delicious.
I love fresh herbs towards the end.
Yeah.
That's when you have to put them.
So we just lightly toasted these almonds in a frying pan before. This looks so healthy and delicious.
It smells so good.
Really good. This is something I'm 100% gonna make.
Yeah.
And build it into my own meal planning and my meals.
And I feel as though if you like a little spice, a little chili flakes when the onions and garlics were in it first, that would be really good too.
Well, we have a spice with the tandoori shrimp, so
keep it neutral.
Yeah, we can keep it neutral here, but yeah.
I think that's done. What do you think?
Looks gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, everyone, so our shrimp is ready to get skewered. It's actually been in the fridge for about 45 minutes or so. So we're ready to put these on the skewers, and we're just going to place it into the pan and grill them. And of course, we're going to chat more with Megan. So Let me do the first one. So you're just simply puncturing it through. So we soaked the skewers in some water beforehand so that when we put them on the stove that it doesn't burn.
Catch on fire.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so there's no really neat way of doing this, everyone.
Just try and get the head and the tail.
Yeah, you kind of want to make it into a C.
Yeah.
And push the skewer through the head and then through the tail and then push it right through. So these are going to be really nice beefed up skewers. All right, so there we go. That's our first one. So we're gonna let these grill for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and then they should be ready. So how can we navigate when we go out to eat in restaurants? Like what, dishes should we look for? What dishes should we stay away from if we're trying to maintain a more healthy lifestyle?
Okay, so my approach is never to stay away from any foods, really. But I would say like a good tip would be definitely do your research, look at and check out the menu or the different types of restaurants you want to go to ensure that they would cater to your dietary needs or preferences.
Yeah. And I guess now they do have a lot of the menus on social media beforehand.
That's true. Another thing I would say is maybe before you even look at the menu, think about what you feel to eat. Sometimes for me, if I go out indecisive and I look at a menu, it can be really overwhelming and I end up just choosing something random that I don't actually feel for or want. It's enticing in the moment. So I definitely think try to work into that intuition and see like what you feel to eat. Do you feel to eat fish or chicken, or if you feel to eat a burger, just know that there's buns already in the burger. You don't need to do fries as well. Do like some veggies on the side. So something like that. Got it. I also think a really great tip is sometimes restaurant portions are huge, and we all grew up, eat all the food on your plate. So I think the good idea is if you get your meal and it looks really big, just ask the waiter for a box to go one time and portion out, like if it's half or if it's a third of the meal, and just put it away. It's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. You don't need to finish or clean up the entire plate. Got it. The last thing I would say too, like I mentioned before, don't go out starving. Right. You might inhale way more than you need to. That happens. It happens. So I would say those are some tricks. All right. What do you think?
I think that I can handle that.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Alright everyone, so we have our delicious cauliflower rice here, and then Megan actually made a really quick, beautiful massage kale salad. So how did you make this, Megan?
Okay, so it's really simple. You kind of do have to get your hands a little messy, but what you do, you wash your kale really well and just rip it off the stem. Dump it all into a bowl, add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, salt, black pepper, some chili flakes. I added a little bit of ginger to this one to complement this meal. Nice. Once everything is all in there, you get your hands in and you really give it a good rub. So you give it a nice massage, squeeze it up until it starts to turn bright green and get soft and all of that. And that's it. So the reason that you do that is to break down the chlorophyll and some of the fibers in the greens.
#science.
Yeah, and it makes it easier for your body to digest and absorb it as well.
Nice. So Megan, it's been awesome having you here. This food looks so delicious.
Oh, this was so much fun.
Thank you for being my first guest.
Yeah.
It was actually really fun having her. It's kind of fun. Usually I'm by myself, so it was awesome to actually have somebody to bounce off of.
Oh my God.
But Megan, so how can our viewers get in touch with you if they want to learn more about Hello Nutrients and get some advice one-on-one?
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at Hello Nutrients. And you can email me,
and then we'll put her email address in the caption below, so you guys could just check that out.
Yeah.
So all that being said, guys, we have to try our food. So
we do. What are you gonna eat first?
I guess we should probably try the kale first.
That's what I want.
Exactly. All right, cheers. Yay. Okay, let's try this.
I'm trying to be decent.
Nah, don't hold back. Yo, the kale is perfect. It's really delicious.
It is.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
I love those spices.
Alright everyone, so there you have it. How easy was this super delicious and healthy meal that you could whip up within about, I would say, 20 minutes max?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it was also great having Megan here with us. Thank you so much on behalf of the Simply Local team.
Thanks so much for having me. I've had so much fun here.
Great. And make sure you guys check out Megan on Instagram at Hello Nutrients. Special thanks to our sponsor, Cuisine. Cuisine products are available at Massey stores nationwide. And guys, if you're enjoying Simply Local, be sure to subscribe to eatahfood on YouTube and ring the bell for notifications so that every time we post a video, you will know. And it's always a pleasure having you in the kitchen with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.